Unclaimed assets include utilities such as mobile money, insurance, shares, land, income or dividends that lay unclaimed after a certain period of time, mostly because the owner has passed on and the survivors were not aware of such assets. One such category that has seen an accumulation of unclaimed assets is mobile money, which the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority says is holding over 1.1 billion shillings forwarded to it by telecommunications company after the funds were not claimed after a year. We established that the main reason for such a huge amount of money remaining unclaimed was primarily because many Kenyans, for obvious reasons, do not share their mobile wallet passwords.
No one is good, even your own parents. You may deposit something on your M-Pesa, then a few minutes later you're at zero bob. So no one can be trusted when it comes to money.
The sharing with a close relative or a close family member like my mother.
So how does one claim funds in the unfortunate circumstance that the owner has passed on? According to John Mwangi, CEO of Unclaimed Assets Authority, mobile platforms are required by law to issue written communication to the apparent owner before surrendering the funds to Unclaimed Assets Authority.
That's why we're saying now, once the holder has identified these assets, has prepared the records, so what they do is that they go to Central Bank of Kenya. That's where we maintain a trust fund account at CBK. So the monies are banked in that account by the holders, and then the reports that support those monies is forwarded to the authority. Whatever information you have in your database that can support the identity of that person is what you're supposed to file in a form of a report. So if you go to our website and you search your name, then you will see your name. But now in the place of the holder, you will see now that entity that brought that money. So you will see that you have got assets from a mobile company X. Okay? Then now the claim process now kicks in.
So does one incur cost to claim their funds?
The procedure is just now, the cost you incur is the cost of the procedure, the cost of signing those forms, filling them in and bringing them in.
Over the past 5 years, only 7,000 claimants have lodged claims, with the authorities saying most are reluctant because the money is insignificant.
So you see, for you, the check is for 100 shillings. So you get a check and you have to go and bank that check. You look at the check, the value in it, and the time it will take you to take it to the bank, for you to wait for it to clear. You're like, okay, I'll bank it another day.
According to the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority, the process of applying for the assets that might have remained unclaimed is simple and straightforward, as the authority has no mandate to utilize the assets but rather holds them in trust. The authority shall consider each claim within 90 days after it is filed and shall give a written notice to the claimant of its decision. Where a claim is allowed, the authority shall pay over or deliver to the claimant the assets or the amount the authority actually received, or the net proceeds if it has been sold by the authority. Other than mobile money, bank accounts that remain inactive for 2 years, shares inactive for 3 years, and utilities that remain inactive for 2 years, and lastly, salaries and wages inactive for 1 year all fall under unclaimed assets. Okay. Now imagine every Kenyan, at least one in so many, deposits 9,000 or more or even less. But in an unfortunate circumstance, they might pass on, and when they do, the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority comes in to get the funds after 2 years. But how many people know that their funds are with the Unclaimed Financial Assets? Sarah Adam, K24 Business.